Pro-Wike protest in Rivers State. U.S. court orders full disclosure in Tinubu drug probe. Hello and welcome to Lensnews. A U.S. court has ordered the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) and the Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA) to release records related to an investigation involving President Bwarlar Tinubu. On the 8th of April, Judge Bayo ruled against the FBI and DEA that keeping the information hidden from the public doesn't make sense. The order stems from a lawsuit filed in June 2023 by an American citizen, Aaron Greenspan, under the Freedom of Information Act (FOIA). Greenspan sued the Executive Office for U.S. Attorneys, the Department of State (FBI), Internal Revenue Service (IRS), DEA, and the Central Intelligence Agency (CIA), accusing them of failing to release documents within the legally required timeframe. In his FOIA request, Greenspan asked for criminal investigative files concerning 4 individuals allegedly linked to a drug trafficking operation: Bwarlar Ahmed Tinubu Adegbiegar Akande and Abiodun Agbile. In court, Greenspan showed old documents to back up his claims, including a 1993 statement from IRS agent Kevin Moss. These documents explained how U.S. officials uncovered a heroin trafficking ring tied to people linked to Tinubu. One man, Abiodun Agbile, was caught selling heroin to an undercover agent. He later helped investigators and pointed to Muiz Akande, said to be connected to Tinubu, as a relative who gave him a place to stay. The investigation also linked Tinubu to suspicious money movements believed to be tied to drug profits. The judge has removed the censored sections of the documents and ordered the agencies to release the full documents without hiding any parts, and they must report back by May 2nd on the status of any remaining issues. Nigeria's presidency has dismissed a recent U.S. court ruling instructing American law enforcement agencies to release confidential information gathered from investigating President Bola Tinubu for drug-related case in the 1990s. In a statement, the presidency said there is nothing new to be revealed, and the said report by Agent Moss of the FBI and the DEA report have been in the public space for more than 30 years. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, said the reports did not in any way indict the Nigerian leader, but he said the president's lawyers are examining the ruling. Another presidential spokesman to Tinubu, Mr. Bwarlar, also downplayed the judgment of the U.S. court. Let's listen to what he has to say.
What the court said was, first of all, the court even dismissed the idea of joining CIA and said that CIA didn't have any file, didn't have any issue for which it should be joined in the first place. With respect to the FBI and DEA, the court said that in case, because already documents have been released for long, it says in case you think from the exempt there are documents that are yet to be released, come on the 2nd of May and talk to us so we can determine whether or not they are valid application before the court. So there is nothing actually in what was published, the ruling of the court, that is new. Everything has been in public domain for ages. But the opposition will want to feast on it because in the absence of better idea, that is the only thing they can cling on to, in the hope that they will probably misinterpret the public. We deal with facts before the court and we deal with substance. As of today, the substance of the matter is that the court dismissed the application to join CIA and say with respect to the FBI, records have been released before, which you know. But if you think there is any other one that has not been released, come on the 2nd of May. And I can guarantee you can write it and then report it on that day. The court will come to a finding that there is nothing new, everything has been released. It's not even a subject of conversation. After listening to everything, voted for him.
A pro-Wike group of women staged a protest in support of declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State.
Mr. President, for declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State. We are grateful, we are at peace with it, and we are living well with it. We say this because our democratic structure was decimated. The House of Assembly was made comatose, and there cannot be any democracy with only 2 arms of government working. Since the Ibas came, we have had peace. We want to encourage the Ibas that he should continue to do what he's doing. We like what he's doing. Women are supporting him. We have not had a government in Rivers State. What does that have to do with the federal government suddenly taking over River State? What are they taking it over for? What does that have to do with it? We are spending money without appropriation. Is that proper?
No.
The House of Assembly was burned down and later demolished. Is that proper?
No.
Government has been running on two trunks. Is that proper?
No. Since His Emergency as the sole administrator of River State, we have experienced it. There is no more threat from the militant, no burning of public assets, no sentiment from the tribal sentiment, no tribal war anymore. We are here to say thank you to Mr. President.
In another protest, the police fired tear gas at a group of women protesting in Rivers State against the imposition of state of emergency and calling for the reinstatement of Governor Bwarlar. Let's listen to Ankyo Briggs on her opinion about what is happening in Rivers State.
What happened, what I saw today in Rivers State is the first time I am seeing a situation where someone, a group of persons that have encountered such a disaster as Chief Bode Thomas has just described to you, that people in Rivers State, whether they are all from Rivers State or supposedly invited from outside of Rivers State, is neither here nor there. What is amazing is that there are women like me in Rivers State who can feel that it is okay to celebrate, to be happy with what has happened to us. We have a stranger, we have a man who is not a Rivers man, overseeing the resources of Rivers State. And we have women who are happy that this is happening. We are in a situation where I'm surprised to hear from my some of them. I don't recognize all of them. I recognize some of them, and they know me. That I can hear women saying that it is constitutional. What has happened in Rivers State is constitutional. Well, it may be constitutional to them, but the rest of Nigerians and people like Chief Bode Thomas and Chief Bode George and people abroad and at home believe and know, and even the president is very much aware that he has been fed information that is not true. There is no crisis. There was no crisis. There still is no crisis in Rivers State. If you look at the women in white, some of them are wives of former commissioners of the FCT minister. Some of them are commissioners that resigned, that were given to Fubara from the FCT minister, that resigned. Some of them are wives of the people that have taken appointment through the FCT minister in Abuja. So I'm really sad for my state and for myself that if you look at the women you showed in black, these women have been on a prayer mission since October 2023 till date. Till this week, they will do another prayer. What they are doing is prayer walk. You see, people say, oh, there is quiet in Rivers State. There is quiet not because we are afraid. There is quiet because we choose to be quiet. But now, Rivers women are seeing, these ones you're seeing now, are seeing that if we keep quiet, that what is going to forestall in the future is something that nobody can contain. People are angry. Look at the way the National Assembly, we have no trust. We have no, as far as the National Assembly is concerned, we have a stranger who's going to take the people he has appointed. How did he know these people? He's only been in Rivers State for 2 weeks. Where did he know these people from that he's appointing? How did he know them? How does he know their background? How does he know how the politics of Rivers State works? how we vote, why we vote the way that we vote. Does he understand the upland riverine dichotomy? People are saying it's an ethnic issue. It was never an ethnic issue. It is still not an ethnic issue as far as we are concerned in Rivers State. It is a group of people that have made it an ethnic issue. The fact that the FCT minister is an Ikwere man, and that Rotimi Amechi served for 8 years. He served for 8 years. It just were in support of both of them at the times that they were there. Now, John Man is the governor. Is that what they mean by an ethnic issue? We never started this as an ethnic issue. It is an unjust, it is an unfair situation where a man has left the government house. He is now the governor, if you like, of the FCT. And yet, he will not allow peace to reign between him and whom he said he brought. Wike himself was brought by the then President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife, Patience Goodluck Jonathan, against the desire of the Ijaws. And yet we folded in and accepted that Wike can be the governor of Rivers State, even though it is unfair that we should have two people from the same upland, from the same ethnic nationality to govern Rivers State back to back. Now, that was perfectly all right with Wike until right now, when whatever he says, look, has Wike ever told us exactly, or has Fubara ever told us exactly what their issue is? What their issue? Wike says it's about structure. What structure? What is he talking about when he says structure? When he says he will deliver River State to the president, is he going to pack everybody and hand them over to the president? Is that what he means? What he means is that he will deliver the votes of Rivers people. Now, the governor of Rivers State today, Similai Fubara, is the person that will deliver the votes of Rivers State people to anybody they choose. If they choose that that person is going to be the president, Bwarlar Tinubu, then that is whom it is going to be. But to think that somebody who is somewhere else is going to achieve that over the heads of Rivers people, that is what the issue is about. We are nobody's slaves. Step two. This group of the leaders and elders forum is made up of people who are in APC political party. In other political parties, they are made up of people from Ogoni, they are made up of people from Ikwere, they are made up of people from Ekpeye. Now, this group you are showing, Nigerians, is a group that has existed since 2014 or even a bit back. So we didn't just come up. Immediately this crisis reared its head. This group you're talking to, and we could republish those letters. We wrote letters to both the governor, Governor Similai Fubara, and the FCT minister, that we wanted to meet with them, we wanted to see them. Now, when that didn't materialize, we went public with our intentions, and we kept saying the president should get himself involved. Now, what we didn't ask the president to do was for the president to set aside the constitution, which is ongoing till now. The president up till now, every step he has taken, Chief Body Judge has said it, that everything he has taken, the National Assembly, we have lost confidence in the National Assembly. As I speak to you, the National Assembly is not in a position to deliver any justice for Rivers State. with the Ibas who has come to take over, who actually behaves and believes now that he is the governor of Rivers State, even though we have a governor of Rivers State. The people he appointed as local government chairman are tearing down the photographs of the governor of Rivers State. Similarly, Fubara is the governor of Rivers State. Until they physically remove him, he is the governor of Rivers State. And you have a stranger who is overseeing violence. The Ibas is overseeing, right now, he is overseeing violence in Rivers State. And I am surprised, again I say, that I could see my fellow women in white singing and chanting, and that this stranger is welcome in Rivers State. I can assure you that he is not welcome in Rivers State. He should, first of all, he should declare his assets. Second of all, he should let us know how much money he made. There was money that was kept, that Fubara kept. How much was it that Fubara kept? We need to know. And how much of Rivers State allocation so far, since he has been sworn in, did he or has he collected? These are questions that Rivers State people have a right to ask and will ask, because we cannot continue to feed the if you like, the eagerness of people who want to become president in Nigeria. Will think that Rivers State is the place where they will go and get funds that they don't belong to them and use it to run election. But it is about, you have heard even the former governor of Rivers State say it clearly over and over again, Rotimi Amechi, that what is going on in Rivers State is the resources and the money of Rivers State. It is alleged that that is what this whole thing is about. And looking at everything and the way it has played out, I can assure you that he is pouring petrol on a fire that the president believes that was on. So he was told to come and pour water on that fire to quench it, when he has done nothing of the sort. I've told you that he has removed people who were constitutionally in governance, who democratically were in governance. There were no issues. And he came along and he has removed everybody. Even in the government house, he has removed the pictures of, it is alleged that he has removed the pictures of Simila Efubra. I repeat, Simila Efubra remains the governor of Rivers State, because the president said that it is for a period of 6 months. Does not mean that the president cannot change his mind and say, okay, I am calling off the state of emergency. Fubra is no longer under suspension. His deputy is no longer under suspension. And Ibas, go back to Cross River, go back to your retirement. Now, the question now is, the people that he has put there, what's going to become of them? They will go, because they are not there constitutionally, they are there illegally. That's one. Two, if he says he wants to present a budget, how much money does he know that Rivers State has? And what is it that he knows that Rivers State people need, on which he is going to base and calculate his budget on? How is that possible? You come into a state. Will Lagos people allow that? Will Kaduna State people allow that? You come into a state and you decide that the budget the governor has prepared is not good enough, and that you are going to represent a budget to the National Assembly. And you think that by some magical instrument, that is going to be okay for the people of Rivers. Let's say that I am a Rivers person, irrespective of the fact that I belong to a group. I also am affected by what he's doing negatively. And so is so many other Rivers persons. I believe that the best thing at this time is that both the governor and the FCT minister must tell the truth to the people of Rivers State. We deserve the truth. We have been through too much. We want to know what started this thing. Where did it start from? It's not good enough for the former governor to say he made Fura the governor. No, he did not. Because somebody also made you governor. So if that is what this is all about, then it's babas, because somebody made you governor, you made somebody else governor. Can we please have peace in Rivers State?
That's it for now, but I will be back with more updates as the story develops. If you found this report helpful, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts. Subscribe and follow to stay updated on all the latest news. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.